Behind me here is a huge mangrove ecosystem, and if you know where to look, it can be full of bush tucker. The tide's just dropped out. Let's go for a walk. So when searching for mud crabs, I'm looking for three particular things. I'm looking for big root structures, timber structures, looking at the base of those for little flashes of the shiny shell. I'm looking for large sort of burrows or caves or holes that the mud crabs will be living in. They quite often like being around little pools of muddy water, or even at times this crystal clean water. So we'll keep looking. This is a live clamshell which has been exposed here as the tides dropped and become lower. This was a traditional food source for Indigenous Australians for many thousands of years. Let's walk into the mangroves. Someone's lost a really good anchor rope here. Have to be 100 meters of it, all up through the mangroves. We've been walking through the mangroves for about 30 minutes and we've come to an area. It's got a little bit of shallow salt water through it. It's very muddy. There's dense mangroves, very thick roots. And right under me where I'm sitting is a massive mud crab, very big mud crab. I'm not sure if it's a male or a female, so I'm not going to spear it straight away. We'll see if we can grab it. Those claws there will do a fair bit of damage to your fingers. Oh, geez. Off like a rocket. That is a female, a very, very feisty female. Yeah, we don't take females in this state here in Australia. The mosquitoes and sandflies are pretty intense in here. One of the best ways, if you don't have longs on, is mud. Just on the edge of the mangroves here, there's an epilept shark hiding under the shade of the seaweed. Beautiful patterns through its back and all the way to its tail. This one got past you. It was a really nice sized crab here, but it's just camouflaged itself in under the mud. Oh. Oh. There it is. That's one of the most sought after meals here in the mangroves, the mud crab. See, this one here's a male with that V on the bottom of the carapace. It's got big, beautiful, tasty nippers, and that'll go on the fire later today for a feed. Please don't snap. Please don't snap. Can you hear that behind me? That's a fruit bat colony, which would actually be a viable food source in an emergency situation. Some parts of the Pacific and Northern Australia would have this as a part of the diet, but they're protected here in Australia and a really important part of the rainforest and the ecosystem. Jeez, they're so loud. I thought you were meant to be sleeping. I'm getting out of here. We've just spotted a massive mud crab, like bigger than your average mud crab, just sitting here outside of this shallow pool of water. We'll try and grab it with our hands to keep it live. That thing is ginormous. It's only got one nipper, which halves the chance of me getting bitten. Look at the size of this crab. That is so heavy and it's got one nipper. That is an absolute monster. There's a moray eel here sitting with its back out of the water in this tiny pool of water. You don't see this too often. He's just heard that we're here and he's looking for a way out, but oh. Holy moray eel. Sorry to disturb you, brother. These guys have incredibly sharp teeth. The most aggressive moray I've ever seen. He's actually got a couple of cut marks on his back. I don't know who was shocked, him or me. So as you can see, there's a fair bit of bush tucker that you can find through the mangrove systems. We've got the star of the show, the mighty mud crab for lunch, just on a bed of coals. Let me know in the comments what you would really like to try, or what would be your preferred food if you could have a shot at any of these different mangrove foods. That's really good. That's incredible. Make sure you're following back to basics, and I hope to see you out here. Cheers.